Hi everyone. Today I am going to present about types and ingredients function of baking ingredients from the subject of baking and confectionery product. Myself or Krishnaveni, Assistant Professor in Food Technology, K.S.Rangasamy. So today I will go with an ingredient subject. So I will give an overview about classification of bakery products. After that I will give an explanation about ingredients using in baking confectionery. So the first of all ingredients used in baking confectionery we have classified into two categories. So one is major ingredients, another one is the minor ingredients. So major ingredients are wheat flour, leavening agent, another one is the shortening agent, emulsifier. The best example for the emulsifier is egg. So coming to the minor ingredients that we have classified into many ingredients. It's coming under the sugar component and the salt component, coloring agent, flavoring agent and then etc. So coming to the classification of the product, so generally we have classified the four bakery product based on ingredients used for the baking product making process. So if you come to the first one, yeast leavened product. So yeast leavened product is nothing. We are using the yeast, that means biological leavening agent for the ripening purpose. So that's why it's called as the yeast leavening product. For best examples are bread roll, pastries. Coming to the second one, chemical leavened product. So chemical leavened product is nothing but we are going to use a chemical component for the ripening process. The best examples are baking powder, another one is the baking soda. So baking soda is nothing but sodium bicarbonate component. The best examples for the chemical leavened product are cake, cookies and then biscuits. Coming to the air leavened product. So air leavened product is nothing. The previous two are we are going to the naturally synthesize the CO2 component for ripening purpose. But if you come to the air leavened component, we are creating the CO2 component by using of the mechanical way. Then we write the component for the leavening process. The best examples are sponge cake, another one is the angle cake. So next one is the final one is the partially leavened product. So in this product we can go with two type of component for ripening product. So one is the CO2, another CO2 comes from the air leavened one. So next one is the other chemical component used for the leavening process. So in this method we can go with the both the artificially air, another one is the that means artificial CO2, another one is the chemical component for the ripening process. So the best examples are by chart. So next one is come to the ingredients used for the leavening, the product making process. So first one is the wheat flour. The wheat flour is a main backbone of the bakery food product preparation. If you come to the wheat flour, why wheat flour mostly used for the bakery product purpose means it's a most consumable one, and another one is the most consumable large quantity in worldwide, because it's a compared to the other cereal pulses flour, compared to the wheat is having a unique component. That unique component is nothing but it is a gluten component. So gluten component is nothing, it's a protein mixture of a protein mixture of components that is called as the gluten. So these gluten components is present in high amount of wheat flour only compared to the cereal, another one is the pulses. So that's why wheat flour mostly preferred for the the baking product making process. Okay, so come to the second one. Kindly see this image. So this image is nothing the panicle of wheat. So this panicle we can classify into three main parts. So one is the outer layer of bran, another one is the inner layer of endosperm, the next one is the side part of germ. So germ is containing oil component. If you go with the germ part present in the flour, means what happened? The flour it's having an oil content. So this nature is invite the the microorganism growth. So most probably the wheat flour do not contain in the germ part because of it's having a oil component. So coming to the endosperm. So endosperm is present in 82.5% of whole panicle. So these endosperm having a high amount of gluten component. Okay, so next one is the outer layer of bran. So outer layer of bran is having a high amount of fiber containing. At the same time, it's present in 15% of the whole percentage of wheat panicle. So if you come with the endosperm having a high amount of gluten component. These particularly these unique protein components mostly helped for the making a dough making purpose. So what are the purpose it's used for? The wheat flour mixing with the water, the gluten component it's going to the elastic in nature. So elastic in nature is nothing the rheological properties of a particular protein component. Okay, so coming to the next one, when this dough, if you go with the gluten then used for the dough making process, it may be any product preparation of bakery product preparation. So dough is baked into the hotter oven a particular temperature. Okay, then what happened? It expanded several times compared to the original volume. So this is the uniqueness of the particular wheat flours compared to the cereal. Another one is the pulses. Okay, next one. Next one is the whole wheat flour. So whole wheat flour is nothing but it's come from the wheat flour. Okay, so wheat flour generally we have classified into the two categories. One is the whole wheat flour, another one is the white wheat flour. Okay, so whole wheat flour is nothing. It's an I have here mentioned the first point. It's made up of 100% of the whole wheat. So it's containing the bran part, it's containing the endosperm. At the same time, it's a part of germ parts also present, but the germ parts mostly not present in any flour making process. Okay, so coming to the next one, it's mostly the berries. Berries is nothing. It's a panicle of flour. A panicle of wheat flour. Okay, wheat. So it's creating a heavy light brown in color. So what is the reason of heavy light in brown color? Is nothing. It is the natural color of bran, outer layer of wheat. Okay, so that's why the whole wheat flour naturally present in brown in color. Okay, light brown in color. So next one is coming to the next point. If you go with the whole wheat flour with our finger, okay, for rubbing process, finally the bran is visible in flux. Okay, so that one is the bran. Okay, so if during the fermentation process, this bran is used for the fermentation process. Another one is this fermentation process rising the dough. So automatically the whole wheat flour involved in the fermentation process. What happened? The fermentation process is nothing, all of you know, microorganisms are involved. That microorganisms are utilized starch molecules that it's converted into the carbon dioxide. Another one is the alcohol. Okay, so automatically it's helped the rising of flux. At the same time, it's trapped the carbon dioxide. So automatically rising process happened with the whole wheat flour. This is the method whole wheat flour rising the product. So next one, the white wheat flour. Okay, so white wheat flour or wheat flour is nothing but it's without outer layer. Another one is the without germ part. Okay, so it's only purely containing the endosperm part. That endosperm part is having the main part is charged. At the same time, it's containing the high quantity level. That means I have already told 82.5% the protein component present in the endosperm part only. Okay, so what are the protein components present? So the two type of protein components are present. So the first one is the glutamine, another one is the gliadin. Okay, so these two components once getting enter into the moistureness or wetness, it's automatically going to the super coiled protein. Okay, so that is called as the gluten component. So automatically the two components getting the two protein components once get wetting nature, it's going to the super protein that is called as the gluten. So gluten, the rheological properties are elastic in nature. This elastic in nature majorly playing in the baking product preparation, because What is the reason means it is easily development. Okay, it's a forming thin flexible bit. Another one is the muscular standard stretch. Another one is the expanding. The original level to high several times expanding happened by a gluten component. The reason is gluten component. So next one is the trapping of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is nothing. It is a natural rising component. Okay, it's developed by the fermentation process. Okay, next one is a rising during the fermentation process. Okay, so next one is the second major ingredient is leavening agent. Okay, so leavening agent again is classified into the biological leavening agent. Another one is the chemical leavening agent. So biological leavening agent is nothing. It's naturally present in our environment, yeast. Okay, so this is all of you know it in a single cell microorganism. Okay, so scientific name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay, so automatically what happened, the leavening agent means what is the purpose of we are using the leavening agent in baking product preparation means we are adding a yeast component. So all of you know yeast you need to live mean it's needing a starching. Okay, starch component or carbohydrates. So I have already told wheat endosperm germ part having a high amount of protein content at the same time starch content also. So that starch content is utilized by the yeast component. Okay, so automatically the sugar component is converted into the carbon dioxide. Another one is the alcohol. So this carbon dioxide is used for the rising purpose. Okay, so now all of you know what is the purpose of CO2 production by using of the leavening agent, that means biological leavening agent. If you come to the because of the dough is elastic in nature, all of you know the gluten component are very elastic in nature. Okay, so because the dough is elastic in nature. Okay, next one is the structurable also. Then carbon dioxide cannot escape from the dough. Okay, so next one is this expanding gas. Okay, because of the dough inflant are rising. Okay, so this is the main usage of biological leavening agent used in the particularly bread making process. We are go with the biological leavening agents means the rising volume is very high compared to the chemical leavening agent. Okay, next one is the chemical leavening agent. So any type of chemical leavening agents is there. So generally the baking sector, baking soda, that means sodium bicarbonate. Another one is the baking powder we are using. Okay, if you come to the no, this is also same thing. Leavening purpose we are going to use the chemical. Okay, so the previous one we are go with the biological leavening process. So now we are go with the leavening process by using of the chemical. So that's all. This is the major difference between the biological leavening agent. Another one is the chemical leavening agent. If you come to the first one, baking soda. So baking soda I have already told is nothing but sodium bicarbonates. It is in a white powder. Okay, it's present in the box. The major one is its a pH level is 8 to 9. It's an alkaline condition component. Okay, so it's not producing any CO2. The nature of alkaline condition. Once when it's combined with the acidic ingredient, that means other ingredient, sugar component, coloring component, flavoring component, it's get generated. It's releasing the CO2 component. So automatically chemical leavening agents also producing the CO2 for the rising purpose. So coming to the baking powder. So baking powder is nothing. It is a mixture of baking soda. Another one is the acid component. Okay, so this is also it's automatically mixed with the water components. It's release the CO2 component. So the release once is the baking powder releasing CO2 component, the dough is raised the initial level to next level of volume rising. Okay, so this is the purpose of chemical leavening agent. So next one is the purpose of leavening agent. I have explained about the biological leavening agent. Another one is the chemical leavening agent. If we come to the leavening agent, why we are going to use the leavening? I have already told, but you kindly note it down to aerate the dough to make it's a light and porous. Okay, so we are giving a CO2 component by through of biological process. Another one is the chemical process. Okay, so what is the main motive is to create the dough to make it a very light. Another one is the porous. Okay, coming to the second one, to produce the less things product. Okay, the density level, if you go with the air, okay, so automatically the product density or thickness are very less. Okay, so next one is the expansion of the dough by releasing of gases. Okay, so next one, if you come to the next, shortening component. Okay, so this is also one of the major ingredients used for the baking product preparation process. Okay, so it's an hold all ingredients together, so that is called as the shortening component. Okay, so nothing but we are using many ingredients. So I have already told major ingredients, minor ingredients. In minor ingredients water we have used, at the same time major ingredients we are using flour, everything. So this the particular shortening components playing a major role to gather all the components to making a job properly. Okay, so it's a shortening agent is nothing but the 100% of fat is solid at room temperature. Okay, so major examples are shortening agents are butter. Okay, some of vegetable oil, some of animals fats are coming under the shortening agents. What is the purpose of we are using the shortening agents is nothing. It's in a liquid formation of content, but it's in a oil contributed. Okay, so it's what is the purpose? It's giving the product to tenderness, moistureness. Another one is it's giving a smooth mouth feel to the baked foods. So this is the major defining about of the shortening agent. Okay, so coming to the shortening agent. Okay, the purpose. So best examples are fat. Okay, so it's an granulated or hard for not suitable for the shortening agent. Okay, so the fat should be able to cream and incorporated into the aeration. So this type of fats only used for the aeration, that means shortening agent. Okay, so what is the purpose of shortening agent used in baking product preparation? It's provide the nutrition level and the flavoring, making it product tenderness, used in the shortening value, and it's improve the shelf life to the product. It may be a bread or it may be cookies, everything. Okay, next one is help the proper structure for the final product. Another one is the stout strengthening for the better gas retention. Another one is the optimum product volume. Okay, so these are the main objectives for using the shortening agent. If you come to the emulsifier, I have the very first slide I have explained about on the emulsifier. So emulsifier is it's a best example of natural component is in egg. Okay, so particularly resorting is a present in egg. So that is mostly used for the emulsifier component. If you go with the emulsifier, the chemical components are also available in market level. If we can go with in a natural way only. So next one is the emulsifier is substance that act as an emulsifier. So that means stabilizer. Okay, so stabilizer is nothing. The product making process, polar and non-polar components also present. That means shortening component also present. At the same time, liquid component, that means liquid means polar, non-polar best example for the oil component, shortening component. If you go with the emulsifier, it is stabilize the polar and non-polar component. This is the main motive or main function of emulsifier. Okay, then it's prevent the liquid that ordinarily do not mix the separating. Okay, so this is also one kind of component, that means kind of component or kind of substance to together the product. That's all. So what are the purpose? I have listed here. Helps with the better stabilization. Okay, so polar and the non-polar component stabilization. Next one is it helps the better creaming. Okay, so next one is the crumb softening or shelf-life extension process. Also we can use the emulsifier, because if it is not happening a proper mixing polar and non-polar component means what happen? It's automatically affect the product making. Okay, if it is not proper crumbing formation is not happen properly in bread making process means what happen? The final product also affect. Coming to the fourth one, down strengthening for the better gas retention and then optimum product volume rise. Okay, so next one is the minor ingredients, the sugar one. So many type of sugars available in a market, all of you know. So generally the four type of sugars we can use in the baking product preparation. So first one is the cornstarch, next one is the castor oil, fourth one is the ice sugar, the fourth one is brown sugar. If you come to the cornstarch, star is nothing. The 99% of water soluble carbohydrates are present in that. 1% of the water are present. That means it's a very dry product. Okay. So next one is castor. Castor. Sugar. Castor sugar. So it's granulate sugar. So it's suitable for the dipping. It's granulated. Okay. So granulate sugar. It's suitable for the creamy purpose, creaming process. Okay. So next one is the icing sugar. It's a very fine. It's a comparative to the castor sugar. Castor sugar is a format granulate. Okay. So coming to the icing sugar, it's a very fine in nature, a powder formation. Okay. So it's mostly used for the icing process. For cake preparation purpose. Another one is the toasting on the cake. So this purpose we can use for the icing sugar. If you come to the brown sugar, so all of you know the brown sugar is also called as the soft sugar. It's come from the sugar cane. So it's having a unique color, okay, unique flavor also. It's giving a sweetener, okay. Its uniqueness is it's containing some amount of moisture content. Okay, so color may be very light to dark based on the resource. Okay. So next one is sugar. Sugar, it's a very important in bakery product. All of you know. So what is the important? Okay, so it's created the proper product structure. Another one is it's improve the eating quality of a bakery product. All of you know, we love the product, baking product. Okay, so if it do not have any sweetness means we do not like. Okay, so sweetness, that means it's improve the eating quality. Okay, so what are that? It's used as the sweetener. Okay, so next one is it's improve the flavor. Another one is the taste of product. It's caramelized when heated with the provide color. Okay, caramelization, all of you know. Once it's get the proper temperature caramelization, it's giving a browning color. Okay, so next one is it's give the hot and crunchiness to the final product. So next one is it's help even structure and crispiness to the final product. So these are the major aims to the using of sugar in bakery product development. So next one is the salt. So salt is a mostly important thing. We are adding a very less of quantity. Okay, but it's having a major function in the product preparation generally. Okay, general product preparation. If you come with the bakery products, it's bring out the flavor of other ingredients. So all of you know, so other ingredients is nothing. Major ingredients of wheat flours are present. Shortening components are present, emulsifiers also present. So it's bring out the other ingredients flavors also. Okay, so it's adjust the sweetness. Okay, so it lowers the caramelization temperature also. If you use it's using for the toughness also. So it's essential in the producing as controlling of yeast growing process. Okay, so all of you know the sugar component present in fermentation process are product ingredients, means fermentation process will happen very high. Okay, if we are adding a salt, okay, so fermentation process get controlled. In case the fermentation process is high level, means what happened, the dough it's going to the acidic level. So high acidic level, it's not suitable for the product preparation process. Okay, so salt is control the yeast growing level. Okay, so next one is giving a fine structure to bread and remove the flatness of the product. Okay, so next one is the coloring component. This is one of the coming under the mini it's coming under the minor ingredients component. It's called as a food coloring component. It's also called as the color additives. Okay, so we can go with the dye, pigment, substance. So these are the coloring. That means these are the names we can use for the coloring mention. Okay, so when it is added to the food, so mostly a bakery product making process we can use. Another one is the beverage purpose also. Okay, they have classified into many categories. So one is the unnatural, another one is the pigment. Okay, the third one is the synthetic. Food and Drug Administration approved 7 type of coloring component for the chemical component used for the baking purpose. Okay, so those are the I have listed out. The first one is the ultra rich, another one is the tyrosine, another one is the sunset yellow, brilliant blue, indigenous, another one is the erythromycin, phosphine, amaranthus. So these are the 7 are coming under this synthetic coloring agent. If you come to the pigment, so pigment is nothing but this pigment are extracted from our natural source. So natural source is nothing, vegetable component, another one is the trees. Okay, so for example, you take a red cabbage. So red cabbage we can extract this xanthomycin. Okay, so next one is the red and blue root trait. Okay, so next one is the yellow. So turmeric, if you go with the turmeric, orange, another one is the anoda. So these are the pigments we can extract it from our natural source. If you go with the natural and identical color, already they are present in our purpose. Okay, so these are the alfalfa, anata color. So these are the I have listed out for the natural and natural ideal coloring agent. So next one. So I hope everyone get knowledge about on type and function. What are the type and then what are the type of ingredients and then function. The ingredient use the particular functions. Everything of you know in this slide. So once again, thank you all. Thank you.